to do that over again with some
other stuff.
Some other stuff as well that we got to catch up on. So.
Not as long, though.
All right, once again, we do appreciate Matt's. We do, speaking for Kevin, Carter, Cortez, Paul. We're going to return back shortly from break.
Yeah. Draft day, Johnny Manziel. 5 years later, how am I the man still? Draft day, A. Wiggins. Fuck that other side, bitch, we stay winning. Oh, man, you know I had to do it for you.
Welcome back to the Balls Not Court podcast. Cortez Paul is here along with Kevin Carter.
Yeah.
Man, that was a cool experience, right?
That was fun. I'd like to thank Max again for coming and joining on with it. Very cool dude. Very cool dude.
It was very enjoyable, and I know if you all saw a couple of goosebumps going down there because definitely it was cool to experience this.
It was cool. It when you get a guy that humble. Very humble.
Yes.
And a guy that came on the show because we're Gator fans, and he wanted to show his appreciation. You don't find guys like that very often, and it was cool having him on. I definitely appreciate it.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this right quick. I know you gotta go grab something to eat. We tried to record. It was a wonderful podcast.
Thursday. It was a great podcast. It lasted an hour and a half, and then it's gone. An hour and a half of my life taken from me by Apple computers.
I tried to upload it, and it just spazzed out on me for some odd reason. I don't know what happened. The files are corrupted. And it's funny, man. We've been going strong, and that was our first critical error that we experienced.
It's the first one that deleted everything.
It deleted everything. So I didn't know how to tell Kevin. I was like,
You didn't tell me.
I didn't tell him.
I found it all on Facebook.
You found it on Facebook and
I'm
social
like, why
networks.
hasn't it kept? Never mind.
Never mind. I see why. So, yeah, I know. I felt bad. So, we're going to talk a little bit briefly about the college basketball game, which happened some time ago. But, this will be short, and we'll discuss it. But basically what we're going to talk about is that you saw the Duke and beats Wisconsin 68-63. They overcame a 9-point second-half deficit to win their 5th national title. Frank Kaminsky added 21 points, 12 rebounds. Jahlil Okafor
we're talking about this again.
Talking about this.
Oh.
Had 10 points and 3 rebounds. And Tyus Jones was the most outstanding player with 23 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist. So yeah, just 1 assist, but he shot pretty well.
Good basket. It was a good game. Kaminsky was again giving people fits. I think we mentioned that in the last one that got deleted, or you can't find it anymore. But yeah, he had a really good game. He was making Okafor look silly. Yes. Okafor really only showed up at the end of the game, and is where Kaminsky would go over and try to block somebody's shot, and Okafor is just standing under the basket and be like, "I got the rebound," and put it back in. So Okafor's draft stock dropped a little bit maybe that night, but Kaminsky looked very, very good. Decker was way off for Wisconsin. If he would have played a little better, there's no reason why Wisconsin shouldn't have won this game, but he seemed to be just a little bit off.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts on this game, it was back and forth. There was a couple of lead changes, and it was an overall fun game to watch. This is what you expect around this time when you get the 4 best teams or the 4 hottest teams, and you expect some good ball play, especially when you got 3 number 1 seeds in the game.
Oh yeah,
and just to watch that matchup, because as you know, Frank is one of those guys that is a triple threat as a 7-foot guy that can dribble and create his own shot, hit a 3-point shot, and has a nice post game to go ahead and create his own shot. So it's always fun to watch something like that. And on the other side, you didn't see Okafor kind of live up to his potential as you thought he was. But overall, it was a fun game. It had its spurts. It was just fun to watch. So overall, I was impressed with the game. Now the matchup battle between that Okafor, this is the game that I thought that Okafor, if you want to get or try to reclaim your number 1 spot back, because Kaminsky, Kentucky prior to then, that you have to have a dominant game against Kaminsky to go ahead and get your number 1 spot back. From what I saw, he got in a lot of foul trouble. Frank was beating him, and what everybody been saying about Jahlil Okafor is that he's suspect at defense. Wonderful offensive player, but his defense, his
suspect.
Suspect. So
suspect.
It made you wonder, like,
James Harden. Suspect.
So it made you wonder, like, well, he can score, but if this is going to be the guy that you now as a franchise player with potentially a top 3 to 5 pick, top 3 to 5 pick, that is the offense. I mean, he's going to go ahead and let the other guys go to the other end. So what do I do here? But to me, I still think he's definitely a top 3 draft spot prospect. But that game didn't really help him, but it did hurt him.
Yeah, it hurt him a little bit.
So
the guy that was really fun to watch was Grayson Allen. That X factor that's always in these type of games, and Grayson Allen was definitely that X factor. Fun part was watching people not know where he played high school ball.
Duval
was like, what? There's a Providence in Jacksonville? Yes.
What he told you, like, well, Northside.
He was like, Northside people can't go to this school. I'm like, no, we can if you are good at ball or you have money.
Yeah, Grayson Allen just, in that second half, when Duke was down about, 10 points, man, talking about getting on a spurt and getting his team on his back and carrying.
And they were down by 9, and that 3-pointer that he made, that was the one that changed the game a little bit for me, was that 3-pointer that he drilled.
And so it was just fun to watch this kid take over. And you said it best on the last podcast that didn't go through. You were saying that he's going to be the next Duke guy.
Yeah, he'll be that next Duke guy that you either love, or Duke people will love him, everybody else will hate him. Even though he's the nicest kid in the world, he's still that white guy that plays for Duke. So he'll end up being J.J. Redick, Christian Laettner, Cherokee Park, all the white guys that people hated for Duke. He'll be that guy.
Yeah, you'll probably see the game and hear the chants of.
They'll have a 30 for 30 in 20 years. I hate Grayson Allen.
So, which he did say he's going to come back for us.
Oh yeah, I heard him on the radio in Jacksonville, and he said that just because I have one good game doesn't mean it's time for me to go pro. Right. He was like, I'll get a lot of playing time this year, especially with other people leaving, and he'll be fine next year.
So what's up with this Coach K? He loves the city of Indianapolis.
Good for him.
Third time winning it in there. 1991,
sounds so familiar. Oh,
and this year, this is his 5th championship in 9 trips, and he's enjoyed his city. So let's talk about Coach K. Letton, because he broke a tie with legendary Kentucky coach Adolph Rupp, who won 4 NCAA titles.
Adolph Rupp. If you say it wrong, the Kentucky people will come and find you.
They will. Adolph. So
Adolph Rupp, not Adolph.
Speaking fast, so
it's okay. We're trying to speak fast because people are hungry.
Yeah, trying to speak fast. People are hungry. So, but yeah,
that's
he won
including
4
Cortez. Don't let him.
Well, I already ate Chick-fil-A. So
dang you!
So I'm just
no,
making sure
he didn't bring me any because he knows I don't like Chick-fil-A.
So. He's behind John Wooden. I know you went around this last time, so I want you.
Yeah, completely different eras.
Yeah.
As far as we're concerned, John Wooden got every single person to come to UCLA and play. It's much more diverse now, so it's a different era. Coach K to me right now is probably the greatest college basketball coach to probably ever coach. Probably the greatest basketball coach to ever coach the game.
Gotcha.
That's just for me.
Is there any player in this game, which we covered this briefly too, that was in this tournament that you think that would fit well in the NBA? Because I know we talk about, Okafor and Kaminsky, but are there any other guys that you can see that probably game is fitting well in the NBA?
Decker's game will probably fit in the NBA. Notice how I always go towards all the white people. The dude from Duke just announced that he was coming out today.
Winslow?
Yes, Winslow. Yeah.
I think his game will transfer.
Yeah, his game his game will transfer. Over to the NBA.
I think, I like Justice Winslow and Sam Decker, their ability to get to the rim. They also are shooters. And the thing I like about Winslow, and Decker, they both like these big moments. Mm-hmm. I know Decker was off in the championship game.
But that Kentucky game.
But yeah, him and Winslow have this killer instinct, which I like. If you can develop that and carry that into your NBA career,
have that little it.
Yeah. Into your NBA career, that bodes well for both of these guys' success in the NBA, which both of them are, what I do say, are predicted to be lottery talent.
Yes.
So,
and then speaking of Kentucky, they have to relearn everybody else's names on their team because they had 7 guys leave. 7 guys leave. 7. 7 guys. 7.
You got Carl-Anthony Towns.
They had a big, gigantic table. 7.
Carl-Anthony Towns, Willie Cauley-Stein, Trey Lyles, Dakari Johnson,
the Water Boy,
the Harrison twins, Aaron and Andrew.
The guy that gave them that Gatorade, the towel guy, the guy that wiped the stool for John Calipari, all of them.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy how much that 7 guys just gone, and you really thinking that maybe the Harrison twins would stick around, like you had said, to be the face of the program like they were last year. And they just went ahead and I don't know, it's 7 guys. So I really think you look at 4 of those guys, I want to say probably 3 that are going to be within the lottery range. Anything after that, they'll probably be mid to first round picks. And then you got, I think one of the Harrison twins is projected to be in the 2nd round. That's just a lot of talent leaving. But, I mean, this is what we know how to Calipari teams. They just, these one and dones, and they come out and go, and he just go ahead and restock. And as you saw, he's got 3. I know he's got the best recruiting class coming in right now, and one of them is the top-rated center coming in.
Whatever.
So, it's just new crop coming in. And
he'll get beat again. Like he always does.
So it's this team, I for sure thought Kentucky was unbeatable, but Wisconsin went ahead and proved everybody wrong on that. And
There should have been, what was it? We said 3 of the 7.
I'd say about 3.